Dobra, słuchajcie, wracamy po dosyć długiej przerwie, gdzieś między półgodzinnej. No i co, i konferencję Sony mamy za 5:03 w nocy. Także jeżeli będziemy mieli opóźnione czasy reakcji, nie będziemy się mocno ekscytować, no to sorry. Niestety Monster mi już nie pomaga, za mało spałem. Barcio, nie wiem czy chce monsterka. Dobra, Barcio dupnie sobie monsterka.
Masz zdrowie.
Tak. Ty, ale mnie wyzeruj.
Cukier.
Cukier. Mocno weszło, co?
Cukier. Różne dźwięki.
Mocno
różnych
weszło.
smaków.
Słuchaj, to ja ci jeszcze mam dzisiaj jeszcze jedno pytanie na szybko.
To fajnie chodzi.
Tak, dobrze chodzi, już zaczyna działać.
To
Tak.
jest fajne.
O, czekaj, bo coś się chyba dzieje.
Najwięcej, to jest fajne. To jest fajne.
Dobra, czy podoba ci się takie, mam do ciebie pytanie, czy ci się podoba mniej więcej to, jak wygląda prezentacja?
Za kolorystyka.
Co?
Więcej czerwonego z czarnym.
Nie, bo to nie pasuje do projektu.
Co tu widzisz?
No co to projekt?
Jaki ma kolor?
No czerwone, ale takie, ja widziałem kilka prezentacji na GDC, to właśnie mniej więcej w takim stylu były.
Tak.
Przez CD robione.
To jak uważasz, Jezu?
Dobra, a teraz odpowiedz na te pytania, które są w tym quizie. Dawaj.
Dobra.
I challenge you. Zanim się zacznie konferencja.
No.
I challenge you, no dawaj.
B.
Dobrze. No masz mnie, no już koniec czasu na odpowiedź, zdecyduj się.
Nielubownik Kiciński.
Nie? O, słuchajcie, zaczynamy.
Here we go!
Here we go, PlayStation. Zaczynają 4 minuty wcześniej, a to oszukiści jebani, no.
Kurwa.
Dobrze, żeśmy przyszli wcześniej, bo byśmy się inaczej
Ale
spóźnili.
dobrze, bo już współczuję tym wszystkim biednym ludziom, którzy sobie muszą dupić monsterkę po nocy.
No, w Europie.
No. Fucking gaming conference.
W ogóle mam wrażenie, że nas mikrofon coś słabo zbiera, bo my po prostu już ciszej zaczynamy mówić.
Weź trochę bliżej.
Nie, znaczy wiesz co, ja podgłośniłem gaina.
Dobra.
O, czyżby oni też mieli kurwa mać perkusistów?
Ja nie wiem, co to się dzieje? Aha,
No spoko.
tak zwany waiting screen wszedł.
Tak zwany waiting screen, tak. Renderowany. Dobra, no to jeszcze czekamy, czyli nas strollowali, jeszcze nie zaczynamy. No cóż. 2 minuty. Mam nadzieję, że nie będę pokazywać dużo zapychaczy, tylko pokażę co mają pokazać, gameplaye długie i spać. Bo już dzisiaj nie będzie trailera Cyberpunka do oglądania. Ja wczoraj generalnie po tym jak skończyłem streama jeszcze z godziny siedziałem, oglądałem praktycznie ciągle tylko trailer Cyberpunka i czytałem o Cyberpunku.
Fucking fanboy. Ja tak teraz mam za synem. Ciągle zadam ten trailer.
O! Właśnie, wracając do syna, tam była Layla, tylko kurwa nie w trailerze, a na koniec gameplayu. Miałem kurwa rację.
Dobra.
I to będzie w podsumowaniu konferencji, kurwa.
Dobra, miałeś rację.
Ja to zobaczyłem jakiś laser, co on go oglądał. I ten laser reagował identycznie na tą grę jak ja, po prostu, do pewnego momentu.
Oj. Ciągle się nie mogę zdecydować w tym odcinku. Czy to jest dobre, czy to nie jest dobre. Bo jeszcze nie mogę o tym zdecydować. Czekać i zajęć. 2 monsterki wypływi.
XD.
Kurwa, tak.
Ja trochę generalnie nigdy w życiu nie wypiłem w przeciągu 2 dni 2 monsterów, także... To...
Wiesz, myślę, że prawda.
Aha.
Wiesz, tak jest?
Nie.
Myślisz, że tak film?
Ja bym słuchawki zmienił.
Myślałem, że wiesz.
Okej, fajnie. O!
Please welcome Sean Layden.
Gdzie oni kurwa?
Gdzie oni,
Jak to są?
Dobra, kompletnie inna konferencja niż na
Hey,
ostatniej
guys.
WH3.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And thank you for making the time.
Jaka bieda!
No.
O co chodzi? Jaka biedna ta konferencja? Co jest, kurwa?
This fulfills your obligation to make it Sunday for those of you who need to know that. But thank you for coming out. It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent. And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman, it doesn't end that way. It doesn't end that way. So, but no, again, thank you. And as you can see from this evening, here again at PlayStation, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year. You know, we look at what the stories have we tell and the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide. And that changes our design ideas around what we can do for this show. So tonight, we're going to have, rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before, but we're going to talk about them in a different way tonight, a deeper way, so you can learn about what's going on with these games and what's coming up in the future. You know, what we look at here at Worldwide Studios with inside Sony Interactive Entertainment, we really want to take our love for gaming and make it sing very loudly. It's a gaming industry, it's sometimes called, but certainly inside our studios, we see gaming as a vocation. It's a calling. It's what we do, it's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation. This coming year is going to be all about those kind of games that we can deliver to you in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So without further ado, it is my great honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage and introduce to you Gustavo Santorea.
Antonia! Guten Morgen.
Dziwnie ta konferencja jest zorganizowana, ale no jeżeli mają mówić o tych tytułach tak dogłębnie i mają dużo pokazywać, to będzie spoko. Na pewno. O!
Banjo!
Banjo. Będzie gronie, znowu.
Na banjo, let's go. Jest kurwa soundtrack czegoś. Last of Us. Jest Last of Us 2, soundtrack główny.
Mogłoby się tak zdarzyć.
Na stówę. Iconic. Identyczny kurwa vibe, jak do pierwszej części. Na miliard procent. To jak umiesz kurde faza ostro wchodzi.
grał, to my tu siedzimy po to, żeby zobaczyć coś z gry.
Właśnie.
A niekoniecznie jak pan sobie gra na banjo, po to bym poszedł na jakiś koncert. No toż. O, iPhone 10.
Jebłe. No dobra, kurwa, super, naprawdę. Ale dalej, proszę, gameplay, gra, trailer.
Mam wrażenie, że coś Sony będzie miało w tym roku mało do pokazania, bo to zbytnio przedłuża.
Nie, jakiś nowy trailer do Last of Us.
Went out one night to make a little round. I met little Sadie and a shot.
Yeah.
Went back home, jumped into bed. 44 pistol under my head. I woke up in the morning.
To jest ten namiot, w którym oni są. To jest ten namiot, w którym oni są.
Nie, tu jest The Last of Us. Chyba jest Ellie?
Tak, to jest The Last of Us i... Hej, dobra, to okej, dobra, to już wiadomo dlaczego są w takim namiocie. Wszystko się wyjaśniło.
Tylko ja to w takim razie wysypuję.
I hate these things.
Tell me about it.
Your old man really laid into me today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved he gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's putting on quite the show.
Wcześniej chyba dźwiękiem jest trochę zwalona.
Tak, coś jakby, ale nie wiem, być może to zwali coś na konferencji, to jest jakby echo.
Not gonna happen. She, say something, dude?
Make it 1 week. Ellie! Hey! What took you so long? Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Healing?
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
Such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell? Like a hot pile of garbage? Oh, okay. Oh, how about that? Gross. You love it.
No proszę.
Every guy in this room is staring at you right now. Maybe they're staring at you. Or not. Maybe they're jealous of you. I'm just a girl, not a threat. Oh, Ellie. I think they should be terrified.
Już widzę nagłówki, dokładnie to jeszcze będzie kurwa wszędzie. Ale ale będzie
O co
burza.
chodzi?
Ale będzie burza, o stary. O, kurwa, wspaniale. A zabij. Gameplay? Gameplay?
Przez chwilę się bałem, że dadzą tylko taki dupo trailer, gdzie jeszcze mamy dwie zbijki, ale dobra, jest gameplay, także oglądajmy.
Wiesz to... Ten dodatek jednak się wydarzył w The Last of Us, to Left Behind. I jednak coś było na rzeczy. Ja nie wiem. Ale będzie burza. Czy to jest z tego innego trailera? Nie.
Bo tam ta laska wtedy ostatecznie nie powiesili.
Ale
to jest praktycznie to samo.
To jest prawie ten sam setting. Kiełbaska.
Jej.
Spread out.
Kurwa, jakiego młota wyjął, ja pierdzie.
Mam wrażenie, że to będzie taki build-up i my dojdziemy do tej laski z poprzedniego trailera. Tak mi się wydaje.
Dwie strzały. 8 poślizgów. Ślepy przeciwnik.
Dokładnie chciałem to powiedzieć. Głupie AI.
Nie urządzaj jeszcze. To jest dobry gameplay, bo myślę, że actually in-game to będzie wyglądało bardzo podobnie. Aui. Chuj.
She went into the grass. Watch yourself. Ethan.
What?
Wolf. She came through here. Damn it. Double back. Go.
Wtedy to jeszcze zauważyć, że Ellie ma taki fajny nowy tatuaż na prawej ręce. Na pewno się dowiemy, jak go zdobyło. Może nie teraz. Eventually.
Gdzieś by było zabijanie w stópki?
Hello, bo...
No niekoniecznie w stópki.
Chyba wyjmij z siebie i wystrzel. Bo sobie w chuj. Merci? Czyżbyśmy byli gdzieś we Francji? A jedna klatka może dużo znaczyć.
Jestem zdumiony tym, jak bardzo ci przeciwnicy mają swoje rozwinięte umiejętności poszukiwania przeciwników, którzy widocznie schowali się w jednym miejscu i nie mogą ich znaleźć.
Taki środek sytuacji zagrożenia, lód. Lód jest ważniejszy. Tu mamy jakieś, widać, nowe elementy ekwipunku. Jakieś nowe strzały, wybuchowe strzelam. No, to tak. Aui. Ała, jak ona to kurwa przeżyła mysz. Weź go dury. Jakby już mogę strzelić sobie. Au.
O, główka poleci.
Ach. Nie znam transition. Nie. Żebyśmy nie zapomnieli.
I told you. He should be terrified.
Animacje twarzy. Cześć, to muszę nagrać. O, to mamy!
Teraz to was dwa.
Ale będzie burza jutro.
W sumie nie, no nie wiem, może będzie ta gra. Tak, ale przynajmniej fajny gameplay był. Jestem ciekawy, jak bardzo będzie takie coś do tworzenia, w sensie jak bardzo to było reżyserowane.
Nie, właśnie, mam wrażenie, że to było mało
A ja
reżyserowane.
właśnie mam wrażenie, że bardzo.
Że gra sama w sobie będzie wyglądała bardzo podobnie.
Ja mam wrażenie, że...
Może nie jakoś super bardzo podobnie, ale... Ale widzę, że zaczynamy z grubej rury.
No Sony się nie pierdoli tak jak inni, zaczynają od razu dobrze. O!
New look at The Last of Us Part 2. We're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation E3 showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation Showcase. And it's going to be a huge night for...
Dobra, czyli oni odtworzyli lokacje ze swoich gier i widownia chyba na żywo przenosi się pomiędzy tymi lokacjami, a w międzyczasie oni będą gadać o The Last of Us. Ciekawe.
Ciekawe.
You were just on stage. How did you get up here so fast?
We created this pneumatic tube that I was dropped into and
flung
shot
right-
right across to the studio here.
Right
Yes.
over here. Well, it's
Yes.
good to have you here.
Well, it's
so-
great to be here, and I think that was a very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2 here
Yeah.
just for a moment. You know, as chairman of Worldwide Studios, you work very closely with Naughty Dog. These guys need no introduction.
Indeed.
And I'm curious, from your perspective, where is their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at? I mean, they are everywhere. They're looking at what can do in the next iteration of the Last of Us series, and I think what we saw tonight, I mean, that piece of content was so impactful. I mean, the whole relationship between Ellie and Dina going into the combat sequence really shows that they're pulling out all the stops over at Naughty Dog, and they're going to have a very broad and ranging game that's not going to make you only work at it as a player, but you're going to have to just think as a person what you're coming up against.
And I can't wait to see more of that. And that was first gameplay we saw there of The
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2, looking obviously incredible. And speaking of incredible, I mean, Worldwide Studios lately, I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Horizon, you had God of War, which needs no introduction, and Detroit Become Human. I mean, what is the secret, and what are you doing over there at Worldwide Studios? What's going on there?
the rule number one is do no harm, right? Right. In a lot of ways, my job is just to move the boulders out of the road to make sure that creative talent can get where they need to go. You know, provide backup, provide scope. You know, provide generalized, you know, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But honestly, we've got 13 studios worldwide. We try to give them as much creative control as possible and just help support them through to their vision. That's kind of what we've been trying to do here for the last dozen years or so with Worldwide Studios. And I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
That's great to hear that. And you know, I mean, speaking about making fans happy, I mean, I think there's a question that I've been getting a whole lot, and it has to do with God of War. You know, it's a celebrated game. It's sold extremely well. It has a huge legion of fans. And one of the things I wanted to mention was, you know, I get a lot of tweets about New Game Plus. You know, is this something that you and Santa Monica Studio are evaluating for God of War?
You know, it's crazy. With the advent of social media, we get a lot of real-time feedback from the fans and the community, and we listen to that. And God knows my Twitter feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that we could talk about here or not talk about at all. But it's all important. We take it all seriously. And New Game Plus is something that came through really strong and really hard through that kind of feedback loop. And I'm happy to say today that the teams are working on it, and we should have some more updates on that. We'll put that through the blog, but it's going to happen.
All right.
Definitely.
As someone who miraculously finished God of War with a 2-year-old at home, that makes me very happy. I will somehow find more
scary,
time.
But okay.
I will find time to He wasn't watching.
Okay, thank God.
I want to confirm that.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Asleep. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean. And it's great to hear that you and the amazing team at Santa Monica Studio are making that happen.
Hey, if we can create functionality and features that allow people to spend more time in the worlds we build, that's by definition a good thing.
Excellent.
Fantastic. So New Game Plus, that is confirmed. That is coming to God of War. We'll have full details on PlayStation Blog shortly. We have a lot more to talk about too.
Yeah, and actually, Sean, I wanted to ask you about that. About a month ago, you did something a little bit out of the ordinary for our team, and you kind of came out and talked about the 4 main games that we would be highlighting tonight's PlayStation Showcase. I was wondering what the thought process was there.
Well, you know, every year we try to let the stories we have to tell design the experience we're going to create. And this year we felt that what we really want to do is take people on a journey deep into the content, deep into the 4 big pillar games that we're working on right now. And get them to see a bit more about the stories they're trying to tell and the way it's going to be expressed and what they get out of it. It's a really wide range of titles there, anything from The Last of Us 2, which you just saw right now, through Death Stranding and Spider-Man and Ghost. So this year I wanted people to know that don't come here expecting to have some big flashy new idea come out or some big surprise come out. Come here and sit with us and walk with us as we get through to see the background stories and deep inside of the games we're working on.
Wonderful. And we do have a lot more coming from those Worldwide Studios games.
Quality over quantity.
Tak, tylko no, w sumie nie będziemy mieli żadnej niespodzianki w takim razie, na to wychodzi, przynajmniej z tego co nie mówili. Nie będzie żadnych nowych tytułów, wszystko tak naprawdę wiemy. Jak od strony technicznej trochę im chyba nie wyszło. Wieje wiatr, strasznie bije im w mikrofony, tam gdzieś jakieś samflery przechodzą. Od strony technicznej mi się nie podoba ta konferencja.
Trailery games były naprawdę przyjemne.
Please do. And
wear the helmet.
We do have a lot more in store coming up in just a few minutes as the E3 showcase continues. But in the meantime, we also have some other updates for you while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off with a look at the latest from the world of Call of Duty.
Komu to potrzebne? Dlaczego?
No dobra, jednak coś będą pokazywać w przerwach pomiędzy tym, jak ludzie będą przechodzić do tych innych rzeczy przygotowanych przez Sony z ich tych 4 gier. Zobaczymy, co będzie następne, tak naprawdę. Ciekawe, co będzie w Spider-Manie. Zobaczymy.
Będzie zajebiście.
Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Okay.
Welcome back. We are having the PlayStation E3 showcase kicking off in just a few more minutes. We're in a short intermission period here, but we've got some good stuff to talk about. And we've got some good friends as well.
Yeah.
Meredith Molinari and Ramon Russell. Welcome.
What's happening?
That's
Good
right.
to have you guys back.
It's good to be back.
Friendly faces right before the showcase.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
So I say we keep this moving here. And when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that a bunch of remastered maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this October on launch day. But what we just learned here is that those maps, those classic maps, are coming to Black Ops 3 as well for those who pre-order Black Ops 4 on PlayStation Store.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. But what if I don't own Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
Well, that's where it gets a little more interesting, my friend.
Oh.
So tonight...
Kolejna rzecz, przez te soundflary powinni dodać dużo więcej luta na ten obraz, przez to, kiedy nie dodali, to wygląda po prostu do dupy, bo jest szary w pizdu.
Later tonight.
That's awesome.
Nie podoba mi się ta konferencja od strony technicznej strasznie.
Zamknij ryj i się skup na tym, co pokazują, a nie tylko marudzisz.
Jeszcze chciałem powiedzieć tylko, że też na tym trailerze coś było nie tak z audio, z dialogami był taki pogłos z The Last of Us.
Really cool announcements. Last week when we did our countdown, kind of ramping up for tonight's big showcase.
That's right. We had the countdown to E3, and that was 5 game reveals and updates over a span of 5 days. A lot of great stuff announced. Let's take a quick look back at the highlights.
I chciałem powiedzieć, że w sumie dzisiaj nie oglądaliśmy, dzisiaj też chyba było.
Było?
Chyba było. Właśnie nie jestem pewien. Zaraz zobaczymy.
What is this? I have to figure out what happened. Okay, wake up. Focus. Remember.
From the creators of Fee and Flipping Death.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
That's the spirit. Comes a heartfelt story in VR.
But really, who are you?
That's like really quite good game. Samo Twin Mirror, tak by the way, też quite good game.
Days Gonego rodzaju ekskluzyw też oczywiście.
W sumie z tych gier to najgorszy był ten Tetris.
No.
No nie, czyli dzisiaj nic nie było. Okej, czyli na 6 nic nie pominęliśmy. Już się bałem przez chwilę.
Welcome back. We're just a few minutes away from the E3 PlayStation showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really So let's keep moving here. There was a lot of great stuff here. Oh, and we can see the crowd is seated. The people are about ready to go. This show's about to continue, about to move into the big event.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown stuff, but I do think that there's like maybe one more thing we can sneak in there before we cut our way to the showcase.
Yeah. Yeah, let's squeeze it in. Let's squeeze it in.
in.
Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that.
Oh no.
O no.
Leave.
Shade.
Leave.
Kurw. No.
6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that.
Easy trip. Easy rip.
Kurwa.
Rest in pieces.
Ja pierdolę, żeby...
No to już kurwa, to już się potwierdza. Sony dla mnie zjebało kompletnie. Dobra, F5.
Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that so much.
A lot.
They do.
No brawo, naprawdę kurwa.
No to Sony zjebało od strony technicznej. Chcieli zrobić, przemieszczać się pomiędzy rzeczami i chyba im to nie wyszło. Sony E3 2018. I of course, a nie mamy to, dobra, okej, jest na szczęście na YouTubie. Także żeby zachować płynność, ciągłość animacji, to się cofniemy, dyko.
Black Ops 3.
Well, that's where it gets a little more interesting.
Bo na YouTubie na szczęście można.
Let's squeeze it in.
Squeeze it in.
Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge, loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play
billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that so much.
a lot.
They do. And we're going to take a first look at the next chapter right now.
Sony napraw swoją konferencję Plox. Ja liczyłem, że Sony może pobić Microsoft i Ubisoft, ale chyba nie.
Not gonna happen, bro.
Not gonna happen.
No co to jest?
Audio coś mi się zjebało. Znowu nasz hold, to już jest hold streama.
Halo, streama. No weź, może odśwież tego Twitcha.
Twitcha zamknąłem, czekaj.
But for now,
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should
Yeah,
we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get to it.
Ja.
Na Twitchu nie działa w ogóle, na YouTubie działa jak gówno jest zjebany dźwięk.
Dziękuję, Ewo.
Dziękujemy Sony za bardzo chujową, najgorszą chyba konferencję na E3 2018.
Od strony technicznej.
Od strony gier też, bo nie będzie żadnej niespodzianki.
Nastąpi.
A to Destiny 2 było tak by the way.
Yeah, that was a powerful new look at Destiny 2. Forsaken is coming out September 4th on PS4. A lot of great enhancements and content for that one. And
Yeah, it looks really good. There's a lot of buzz about that Gambit mode coming up, and guess what? If you're at E3, you can play it at our booth.
not too bad.
But
Not too bad.
there's barely any time because we're about to get to the showcase.
That's right. We are really seconds away when it comes down to it from the rest of PlayStation's E3 showcase. Thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot more in store tonight. But for now,
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should
Yeah,
we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get to it. We have so much more to cover.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
Got
it.
a lot more in store. So let's check it out live right now.
To jest Ghost of Tsushima.
Liczyłem chociaż na to, że to im się tylko w studiu zjebało, ale nie, zjebało im się to chyba na całym streamie. Mam wrażenie, że jakby trochę jest przyspieszony ten stream. No dobra, to jest mój pomysł.
Zobacz tego Twitcha.
A wiecie co jest najgorsze? Najgorsze jest to, że wszelkie zapisy z tej konferencji będą takie. O chuj chodzi. Dobra, czekajcie, włączę Twitcha sobie na drugim monitorze, będę go odświeżał ciągle. Może już żyje. Nope. A nie? O, Twitch żyje chyba. Tylko Twitch jest już dużo dalej. Niż są. No trudno. Trochę konferencji przeminęło z wiatrem.
To jest Ghost of Tsushima.
Temple's Quest.
Więcej odcieni.
Oj, się zwaliło, czekajcie. Ja w ogóle nie ma czym ma być ta gra.
Endo Ninja. To już dawniej sprzedał.
No i zobaczymy. Ale grafika przyjemna.
Nobu, come!
W ogóle wiadomo, czy to będzie jakiś RPG, czy co
jest
to będzie?
RPG, tak. Nawet wiemy kiedy.
Where are they?
Bastards! Enough! Was next samurai? Arsionek, arcen gdzieś poddość pecjum! Ni turkwaj minich! Arcen samurai! Dość gdzieś!
No walka wygląda całkiem przyjemnie. Nie wiem jakby było w samym graniu, ale tak całkiem widowiskowo, bym powiedział.
You're late.
You're impatient. Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
Co, czyżby znowu umarło? Szczęście nie. O, ale audio umarło. Fajnie. Dobra, już mamy tu najgorszej prezentację 3.
To jest kurwa żart.
No. Remember Sago?
To może naprawili na YouTube.
They killed the monk.
O chuj chodzi, dlaczemu kurwa? Nie, na YouTubie nadal nie ogarnęli dźwięku, fajnie. Ale też nie ogarnęli dźwięku.
Sama gra wygląda bardzo zacnie, ja na pewno ją kupię, bo lubię te klimaty, ale no kurwa, co tu się odpierdala? My w Europie, biedne Polaczki, musimy kurwa siedzieć do późnych godzin nocnych, potem się męczyć kurwa dla takiej konferencji.
Która jest zjebana po całości po prostu.
Ale to ja nie wiem, czy my sobie nie odpuścimy za chwilę. To jest kurwa żart. To jest niedopuszczalne. To jest kurwa nie do pomyślenia, że byłem w konferencji się działo. Ty, no Batman, patrz.
No. Ja jestem ciekawy jak bardzo nasz bohater jest podatny na... Bo on generalnie większość widzę tutaj przeciwników ma na 2-3 hity. I od razu siada finisher. Jestem ciekawy jak bardzo nasz bohater jest na to podatny. To jest mniej kurwa profesjonalne niż nasze biedne streamy.
Stand aside, Jin. Emily.
We fight.
Może chodźmy spać.
Czekaj, ona przed chwilą mu pomagała, teraz chyba się będą napierdolać.
Zajebiście to wygląda.
Nie, mnie to nie lubię tych klimatów japońskich, także.
Ja lubię, ale tylko właśnie w formie realistycznej. Też spoilery fajne.
Jedyny plus tego, że nie ma praktycznie audio, nie ma spoilerów. Nie wiem o co chodzi. Wiem, że się będą napierdalać.
Nie wiem co mam jeszcze kurwa powiedzieć, to jest żałosne.
Już chciałem powiedzieć, że może naprawiał pod którymś razem i ktoś kurwa mądry wpadnie na to, żeby zrestować stream, ale chyba nie.
Coming?
Wolimy takie audio, czy ten? Chyba lepiej będzie, jak będzie to przerywane audio, w ogóle praktycznie jego brak. No to już będzie lepsze niż ten, tak no. Czyżby był Kandoku style? O, nie będzie.
Będzie Harakiri style.
Okej.
Sama gra, ja bym pokładał sporo nadziei, lubię te klimaty, kupię prawie na to.
Ja ci kupię.
Widzicie, to jest brat.
Jak ktoś kurwa mu klasnął?
Co to jest?
Czemu ta broń się tak dziwnie zmienia? O chuj chodzi.
This house is a shifting place. There are rules and rituals. You can keep traveling deeper.
To miało być bez niespodzianek, ale chyba jednak to jest niespodzianka, no bo nic nie mówili o takim tytule, albo ja nie kojarzę.
To jest ten? To jest kurde, to się nazywał Phantom Break?
Jest taka opcja, że to może być jakaś kontynuacja. Control. Remedy. 2019.
Miało nie być niespodzianek.
Miało nie być niespodzianek, mam jakąś niespodziankę. No spoko.
Can't be here. I'm putting you under arrest. Stay back, sir. I've got this.
Mam pytanie, o chuj tu chodzi? O biedny szczurek, o.
Wydaje kind of. Resident Evil?
Chyba Resident, no.
Jesus Christ.
Money's in my account. Always a pleasure.
Attention, all citizens. Due to the citywide outrage.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate.
Whatever it takes to save this city.
Surprised you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction. Survival's your responsibility.
God damn it.
Will you help me?
Of course. It's an impressive display of strength. But we never meant for this to happen.
It's coming. It's coming back.
Resident Evil 2.
Znaczy właśnie podpiszmy za chwilę strzeli.
No póki co to mi się nie podoba, to bardzo.
From Squatch Games and the co-creator. That's
Exciting footage I just saw.
What's up, everybody? I'm
I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm a cool cucumber over here playing this cool game.
I pokazują jednak jakieś dupo rzeczy. Dziwna ta konferencja, nie wiem, może ja to tak już odbieram, bo jestem zjebany, ale nie wiem.
Because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy. Because this is a sci-fi based thing. Help! He's got electrocuted.
To jest kurwa chyba głos Mortiego. Ta książka.
Nie wiem, co
To
to jest.
jest gra w uniwersum Ricka i Mortiego?
Nie wiem, nie znam, nie interesuje mnie.
Interesting. Napis już się gdzieś pojawił.
Właśnie napis się gdzieś pojawił, dlatego go kojarzę.
Kingdom Hearts.
Because we get to be pirates again.
Yep, you always did like this world.
Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship. you back in the organization?
Yes. Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
I'm looking for a box.
Get them!
Sora!
They have come for us.
Wait!
Oh no!
Stop!
Farewell.
Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
Oh,
Please, go away!
To mogę musieć mieć kurwa rozpierdol w mózgu.
Nie wiem co się dzieje, kurwa. Tu... Nie wiem co się dzieje, kurwa. Po co jest tak? O co mi... Dlaczemu?
The 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
Now, set your heart free.
And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
Hey, Axel!
Huh? Hey, liking the look. Cut your hair, too.
To musi mieć kurwa inna galaktyka, przynajmniej galaktyka.
Po pierwsze jestem kurwa zmęczony, po drugie co to kurwa ma być? Bo jeszcze PlayStation do tego zrobili limitowaną edycję, pierdolcie tą grę.
Ale nie, jeżeli się śpią...
Dlaczego?
Co to kurwa jest?
Tak, na pewno. Bo to już sam początek na to wskazywał, bo był chory.
Tears. Chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me. What's your level?
I've got the extension factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries. That's all.
A silent, faulty feeling. A silent fault. A silent, faulty feeling. A silent
To jest chyba actual in-game footage, w sensie gameplay footage. To jest ewentualnie jakiegoś Y. Ja nadal nie wiem, tu chyba grę prezentują od 3 targów E3. Znaczy to jest trzeci raz, kiedy ją prezentują. Nadal nie mam tego pojęcia, o co w niej chodzi.
headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long. The timeful fast forwards whatever it touches, but it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sandport Bridges.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Can you sit out the rain?
No, they're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea.
Jarzesz pierdolę.
Co tu się kurwa właśnie odjebało, bo... Jak trzeba mieć zryty mózg, żeby coś takiego zrobić, ja pierdolę.
Musisz mieć na imię Kojimy. Coraz lepiej, naprawdę. Kurwa, just keeps getting better. Ja pierdolę.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
Kojima nasrane w mózgu.
Jak ten Kojima ma nasrane w mózgu, to jest pojebane. O chuj chodzi, Boże. Co ja właśnie zobaczyłem? Masakra. O, nioch dwa. Nioch. Nioch, nioch.
Tu wiesz, że nie spróbuję, no.
No właśnie jest swój nowy, ale no mówię co innego po prostu wcześniej.
Rano jest.
No. Ale kurde mać, no mnie taka schiza ogarnęła po tym trailerze tej gry Kojimy, że...
Już odnośnie tej konferencji.
Ja też, ona jest dziwna. Te przejścia też są bardzo dziwne.
The raft is secure, but I can't reach them over radio.
must be down. What's your status?
Already here.
Spidey man.
I thought you said it was secure.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out!
Nie wiem o chuj chodzi, ale wierzę ci na słowo.
Hold on!
Co mieliśmy małe jebudu?
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fireworks! Looks like we made parole, boys! I'm out! Electro? Why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party. Everyone just quietly go back into your cells and lock the door behind you. Okay? Please?
No taki Batman, tylko że trochę Spider-Man. A, to było fajne odbicie od ściany.
Like fish in a barrel. Catastrophic event detected. That doesn't sound good.
No.
Oh, hi, Rhino.
O, Rhino, cześć.
Hope you like surprise, Spider.
Surprise? What is he talking about?
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I've put away in the last 8 years. No biggie.
Electro must be working for someone.
This is too good to be true.
Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business. Charge him! Don't let up!
Ja jestem najbardziej smutny, że ja nie znam tych postaci, nie wiem o co chodzi.
Ja oglądałem animowanego
Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
Ja to już pamiętam, było takie chyba w którymś Batmanie, że z Asylum uciekli więźniowie.
Tak.
Czemu tu jest to samo? Tylko, że nie Asylum, tylko, że i Spider-Man jest.
Bo i uciekli i z Blackgate, i z Asylum.
Come on, Spider-Man! I thought this was a chase! Gotta stop this guy.
Hops, hops, hops.
If you tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Can't stop it. But I'm flattered that you still try. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
To poruszanie się jest naprawdę zajebiste.
To jest gra roku.
Gotcha.
To jest...
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
Sorry, no time to talk.
To jest ten, ja go bardzo nie lubiłem.
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
To jest wspaniałe.
No to te swingowanie się po mieście to... O Jezu.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading to the city.
This is nuts. Keep chasing. Party's almost over. How do you like my new suit? Dashing. Where'd you get it? It's an exclusive club.
Ja tu generalnie nie znam kompletnie nikogo, także się nie wypowiem.
He said not to kill him. Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want to.
Okej, no to się zapowiada naprawdę ciekawie.
Red Dead ma konkurencję. Nie będzie bez konkurencji w tym roku.
Zdecydowanie. Ale w sumie nie było żadnej premiery. Jest potwierdzona, czy nie?
Jest.
A, okej.
Jest, no dokładnie. Nie wiem.
I think they should be terrified of you.
No, czyli kończymy.
You do not hesitate.
My wrześniu. Teraz było wiosna.
That was the PlayStation E3 showcase. A lot to take in. There was a ton of great worldwide studios titles. We actually got a little more to share here coming right up. We're going to have first live gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man right here, just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff to talk about too. What a show.
Oh my gosh.
Top highlights, go.
Oh,
There's no time.
Oh my goodness, Ghost of Tsushima looked absolutely incredible. That color palette was insane.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with samurai movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's just the embodiment.
I'm ready.
of
Sucker
that-
punch.
yeah.
Thank you.
Meredith.
Oh, Resident Evil 2. Come on,
Yeah.
RE2. That looked so good. I know a lot of us fans have been waiting for that one. And there was like a moment where you're like, I'm not really sure I know what this is. And then as soon as he turned his head, I was like, yes!
And you get that
so
that
good.
RE4 style over-the-shoulder camera action. That's kind of like the ultimate dream if they were going to remake Resident Evil 2. That's what I would want. So awesome stuff.
Yeah,
Ryan?
nice and gory.
Yeah,
As Meredith said backstage, Death Stranding. We now have more questions.
Yes.
More questions.
More
But
questions.
it looks as if, I mean, I don't want to make any promises, but it looks as if we were getting kind of an allusion to a lot of gameplay in there and kind of what the character of Sam is going to be doing in this very unusual world that is inhabited by some very unusual and scary things.
And people consume strange and unusual.
Bugs.
That was.
Babies continue to be a theme.
Yeah, that wasn't a myth.
Don't know what we're going to find out there, but yeah.
So a ton of great stuff in the show overall. I mean, Neo 2, that was a crowd pleaser. That was one that was great to see get out there. We got an update on Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a lot of other great stuff. We had a new Remedy game. Remedy's on the way. Control. Really stylish trailer. Really looking to I want to learn more about that one. I mean, it just looks like wizards and like, I don't know what I was looking at there, but it was really stylish. I would expect no less from Remedy. But I got to say, I think my favorite was Marvel's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
that was
incredible.
incredible. We have these legendary villains are back. We had Rhino, Electro, Vulture. I'm missing some. Who else were there? I mean, just one after another. That was Electro.
So many.
Spider-Man was not in a good space.
No, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. So we're going to see live gameplay of that in just a minute or two here. But I say we actually take this moment to announce a new game. What do you think?
Do it.
Okay, do it.
So nonchalant.
Hits keep coming.
Yeah.
So you guys know From Software.
Absolutely.
I'm aware of them.
They have created a lot of great games over the year. Well, they have been busy working on a PlayStation VR game.
Oh, VR.
And it is quite a departure from the kinds of games that we sort of know them for, but it's very, very interesting, and I'd like to see the first footage of that right now.
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy. And live in the world where time stands still. Where nobody can see what you're up to ever again.
Okay, Decine, that's From Software's new title coming to PlayStation VR.
Kolejna gra na VR, która wygląda nawet przyzwoicie. To co? Chyba... No nie wiem, będą grali w Spidermana.
Ja chcę, bardzo chcę.
Czyli oglądamy? Oglądamy.
And also, congratulations, kind of closing out some of the show there with Marvel Spider-Man. How does it feel?
It's surreal. We've been working on it for a while, so it's nice to be here. And obviously, we showed you people wanted villains, so we decided we'll give you a lot of villains. And now, and the next question is, can we play the open world? And Adam's gonna show off the New York City.
I mean, I don't know, Sid. What do you think?
Let's dive in.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Get in there. We're going to boot up the demo here, and this is essentially one of the first playable demos that you guys are going to be showing off.
Yeah,
of,
that's right.
Spider-Man.
Pretty much. So, I mean, if you think about,
Go ahead, Adam.
The game is, you know, a lot of people are like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like just a linear level? No, like that was our Manhattan, that's our New York City, and it happened to be on like a main story mission. But in between, like something like you saw on the raft, or we showed that back at last E3, you can just swing around New York City and have fun.
Let's go to that footage because we have it running here on the main monitor. We'll go to it in just a second. This is the beauty of the live environment.
Yeah, this. Oh God.
This is great. I got my own little TV. This is perfect.
Yeah, I got it all.
Adam's doing a fantastic job so far. It's been really good.
So first of all, you're actually playing this right now.
Yeah, that's right.
And I do want to emphasize how beautiful this game is.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, Brian, tell me a little bit about what you guys want to show us this evening.
So I mean, the big thing is, again, you know, I think that part of the Spider-Man fantasy is to swing around New York City and, you know, to have, you know, not only just a great story, but have a bunch of different activities in that world. And we wanted to, you know, give people who attend E3 an opportunity to experience that. So, you know, obviously it's a big narrative-driven experience, but at the same time, part of that superhero fantasy, especially that Spider-Man experience, is living within New York City and seeing that. So, you know, Adam is he's one of our combat pro players because he's a combat designer, and again, he's just showing off some really awesome stuff that as you get better with the game, obviously, you know, we wanted to have a pick up and play feel, but at the same time have a level of mastery and to really show off the improvisation that we've really been talking about a lot since we announced the game.
I'm digging this, like sticking dudes to walls and to the floor and stuff. That looks really satisfying.
I mean, I think the thing that's been really fun in these last, I would say last 6 months since we got back from the holiday break was every week I feel like I'll take the game home or I'll be playing one night and then I'll come in and say, wow, guys, I didn't know you could do that. So I think there's a lot of that, there's that sandbox nature to it as well. So, I mean, obviously you can, we have, we're going to teach you mechanics, but we want you to experiment with, his acrobatics, his webs, his gadgets, his suit powers. So combining all that stuff really allows for a lot of different gameplay and a lot of, Spider-Man's a very expressive character and we want players to be able to express that whether it's in traversal or in combat.
It's gorgeous.
These animations, these animations are just blowing my mind.
Your studio has kind of been renowned for character animation and for, just fluid motion. I mean...
Tak, to jest prawda. To przemieszczanie się po tym mieście wygląda tak zajebiście. To już w ogóle było fajne w tym Spider-Manie 3, co ty kiedyś grałeś. W tym starym Spider-Manie to już wtedy to było. A to wygląda zajebiście. Wow, naprawdę wow.
Person actually wrote, it would be great to see Insomniac make a Spider-Man game. And I was like,
and I think you waved your phone around to the whole studio.
Exactly, we took that.
Dla mnie raczej nie z tego względu, że ja raczej nie into superbohaterowie. Jakoś mnie to w ogóle nie jara.
Ja jestem wielkim fanem Spidermana w sumie szczególnie.
No ja niekoniecznie. Także dla mnie to raczej gra roku nie będzie, ale fajnie to wygląda.
End of the year, end of last year, someone wrote an article about the top things they want to see in Spider-Man, and they said they want it to feel like an Insomniac game. So I think that's the thing we've been really layering on in this last year is to have that, it feels like an Insomniac game as much as it does a Spider-Man game.
And I love this traversal, I mean, just the fluidity of just moving over great distances very quickly. It looks like a lot of fun just moving around, and that's when you know you've got a great game.
Okay, so so you know how I kind of said like experimenting, but like sometimes, I mean, game development, we're in meetings a lot, and then sometimes you just need to like take a break. And what I used to find myself doing was just swinging around New York City. It was almost like therapeutic. It's just kind of like when I play other games, I just walking or running or even taking a car. It feels so more natural now just to swing around like Spider-Man. So it's definitely one of those things that has that, again, just like combat, that pick and play feel, but we want players to have a level of mastery as they play and get
What
better.
was that? Hold on a second. That's very interesting what you're saying there.
So like I said, Adam showed off, I think he showed off the tripwire. It's basically a gadget that you can either attach to a piece of geometry and the enemies walk by, they'll get like grabbed and sucked back. But you can also attach it to an enemy, and if an enemy walks by, they kind of slam into each other.
That is amazing. This is so cool. What's this focus meter about?
So the focus meter is basically, there's kind of a risk reward. As you build focus, you can use it to heal.
Sid's having a religious
experience. It just looks incredible.
Okay, thank you. The team works really, really hard on it. Really, really hard.
Clearly.
And the idea is the focus is kind of a way to, it's a risk reward. Like I said, you can either heal yourself or you can kind of, if you fill up the bar a certain way, you can actually.
Miało być, bo jakieś takie dziwne miksy się przez chwilę działy.
As you play the game, you can kind of say,
To dziwnie wyglądało.
maybe heal myself real quick, or do I want to wait for that really extravagant move to kind of take the guy out instantly?
Got it.
Brian, a question for you is, obviously Spidey has, with his experience being under the mask for so many years now, in
8
your
years.
story, 8 years. Thank you. You got to be precise.
I got it. One of the first questions I get is like, is in the origin story? I'm like, no. That was like after we decided that the webs were definitely attached to the buildings. We decided it's not going to be an origin story.
But back to the combat. I mean, Spidey's experience. He has access to a lot of different techniques and technologies. How do you balance out his experience with the fact that you don't want to overwhelm a player with options, right? You want to make it approachable.
I really that comes down to our combat team, our traversal team,
like
and
this guy
our
right
designers,
here.
like Adam, and really going, okay, kind of handing that stuff out over the course of the game. Finding those right spots where you kind of, okay, we're going to teach you how to punch and how to kick and how to punch guys up in the air and use your webs. But then we layer on things like gadgets and then the suits and the suit powers. It's kind of giving over time. If we just, one thing with something like E3, we want you to feel great, right? But there's a lot to learn really quickly. So normal course development, we kind of find those spots in the game where it makes most sense to teach those mechanics. And then as the game goes on, we want you to master those because the game's only going to get harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Sid, what do you think?
I gotta say, this game is
Beautiful,
looking
right?
absolutely gorgeous. This is, I mean, this is just, I mean, it was looking spectacular to begin with, but this is on a totally different level. And I can just
we're
see
seeing
that
so much.
I can see that polish, though. That's the thing, and that's what comes out in that final few months of development.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys watched the press conference, right?
Sure.
You saw all those games, those first-party games, and they all have a level of polish. And to be in a press conference with the likes of a Naughty Dog, a Sucker Punch, Kojima Productions, we are very honored to be, and we know there's a certain level of polish that people expect from a PlayStation game, especially a first-party game. So we want to be considered right up there.
Well,
and not to mention also from the Marvel, Marvel fans expect to have that perfect experience.
Of course.
May I just ask real quickly, as we're starting to wind down here, from a personal perspective, I mean, what's it like for you and for the team to be able to kind of look up at the big screen and see your game after all that time, all that work?
I'm known as a crier, so it takes a lot for me not to get choked up. Like right now, they're playing the theme song to the game in the background as we're sitting here, and I mean, this is an amazing industry, and to be part of it is one thing, but to work on something you truly love and something that when you were a little kid thinking, oh my God, could I ever work on a Spider-Man game, let alone be in video games, is just absolutely surreal. I use that word a lot when I describe working on this game, and to work with a group like Sony and work with Marvel, and that feeling is felt by so many Insomniacs. So we couldn't be prouder, and the support we've gotten across the board, not only from Sony, Marvel, but also the fans, has been spectacular.
Nice work with
Brian, it just looks incredible. I mean, there's no other word for it. And
you're flabbergasted.
I really am. It's stunning. I mean, just look at that. How can you not be blown away by that? But we do have a limited amount of time here. Brian, you're an industry veteran. You've been in the industry for a long time. I know this is a lifelong dream for you working on this game. And I want to thank you and Insomniac for making it.
Thank you for having us.
And for coming by as well.
Spider-Man was so awesome that it broke my mic, and I have to use the stick mic now.
I thought you just wanted to look different from all of us.
Yeah, I just wanted to stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
But Sid, actually, I think a little earlier, we were able to maybe get some footage of some of the amazing experiential stuff that's going on with Spider-Man. Right?
I mean, there really is something incredible going on here at this PlayStation E3 showcase. I mean, it's on a scale and a scope that we have just never seen before. And so we have people here, they're playing the game. We have a lot of hands-on sessions for folks that are here for the showcase. And the game looks great, but I just love the way this whole, I know her.
Oh, hi. Familiar faces popping up.
It's a great Ale Petunia, normalnie, wow.
Everybody in here to try this out and to just see what has been sort of constructed with Spider-Man and with actually another game we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we're about to talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Why don't you? Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah,
we have some. We sneakily snuck on a few amazing people onto our program as a helicopter goes by to mark this amazing moment. Nate Fox and Jason Connell to my left and Nate Fox. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. It's really good for you to be here, and I'm so glad you're able to give us some of your time. Yeah. Can I just ask, kind of what we were just talking about with the team from Insomniac? What's it like for you as individuals and as developers to be able to kind of be a part of all of this?
It's amazing. I mean, you try so hard to make a video game that you can get lost in, and then to come to E3 where they actually build your game. It's kind of a dream come true that way.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh man, it's amazing. People are excited. You see all the other projects, and everybody's just stoked about all the different games that are up there. And we put a lot of heart and soul into it. So it's just that moment where it shows it is just great. So
I think we should show it because we have some of the footage.
I think we do have a little bit of footage hanging around here. So let's check it out. If we can
absolutely. It's just hanging around.
It's just doing its thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, this game, first of all, just gorgeous. I mean, the art direction is really coming through in an incredible way, but also the technical sophistication as well. I mean, we're going to see here in a minute. Here we go. There we go. Get into some combat.
Yeah, we have some highlights from the showcase just shown off for the first time.
Look at this. Look at this look. I mean, this is gorgeous.
Look at this look.
I don't know what else to say about it. I'm flabbergasted.
And maybe, I don't know, Nate or Jason, who wants to take this, but it seems like in these moments of gameplay, there's small vignettes of like a classic samurai film in which you really focus in the player experience, the visuals, the music, all the cues seem to align in harmony. I mean, that must all be very intentional, I can only assume.
It is an orchestra. You know, like you got to take all these elements, and for even that opening attack, that EI attack, it's about building space before it, having the leads go by, the drum up of music beforehand. And that's what makes it, really powerful.
How do you coordinate all those systems? Like,
we run in strike teams. We got a lot of multidisciplinary, awesome people working on it. So
yeah, but I mean, you watch a lot of samurai movies, man. I mean,
that's the real answer, actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's that quiet before the storm. It's pretty key to the genre, so just trying to make it real in a video game is our goal.
And I know that authenticity is something that's tremendously important to your entire studio in this game. Do you want to share a little bit about some of the steps, the great steps that your team went through creating that?
Yeah, I feel like we're in a super unique position because, we're part of Sony, we have J Studio, we have somebody that would be a producer on our project in J Studio.
Dlaczego Sony nie ma takie problemy z tą konferencją? Kolejny mikrofon z tego co słychać siada im.
Help us create this thing. Oh, the Shoji screen. That one's a popular one.
This knocked me
Sorry
off
to
my
interrupt.
feet.
No, that's interrupt worthy right there.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit maybe about how you're approaching the sword play? I think that's a really interesting concept here. Like, you don't have to get too far into it. I know the game's still deep in development, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going for lethal precision, where there's not a lot of wasted energy. These are very trained experts, and so every strike, could end a life. So you want to make sure that each one counts. Yeah. I mean, right now we're allowing these characters to kind of circle each other and talk to each other because it's not just kind of a furball, right? It's studying kendo. We've brought in experts to kind of show us how to do it.
And it shows.
It looks like maybe your team spent 400 years making this one scene. I mean, that's the thing that I would like our audience to remember is that every leaf, every flicker of flame has to be hand-placed by someone at some point in time, unless you had a giant machine AI do it all by itself.
Maybe, I don't know. We have a great team. It's creating those beautiful moments. The lethal combat, that was the goal. Like having the visceral combat. That was our goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great to have you guys here. We do have a few more things to get to, right, Sid?
We do. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you guys.
No, thank you for being a part of tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima looking mighty impressive. And
should we look at some of that stuff?
Yeah, so there's a whole experience here built out for folks who are here at the PlayStation E3 showcase. And we're going to get a little footage out here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at this. So this was that period of time. I know some of these people. This is the period of time when earlier on when we had that intermission, we had to make a little bit of time for folks to walk from one part of the experience to the next. So you're seeing shots of that right now. Very just special, intimate, and beautiful. E3 showcase.
And Sid, we sneakily got a few more folks in here to join us for our program. Again!
Okej, na chwilę nam urwało streama, nie mam tego pojęcia z jakiego powodu. W każdym razie zaczęliśmy rozmawiać o tym, że nigdzie nie było Red Dead Redemption 2. To jest prawda, nie ma nigdzie Red Dead Redemption 2, nie wiem o czym oni teraz będą rozmawiać.
Ja też nie wiem, ale o niczym co mnie interesuje.
Ale o niczym co nas interesuje, dlatego też na tym kończymy konferencję Sony. No i cóż.
Pożegnamy się szybko, bez większych ceregieli. Wybaczcie, jesteśmy rozjebani kompletnie.
Znaczy ja jeszcze o tym chciałem powiedzieć, tylko teraz zapomniałem o czym, a miałem jeszcze o tym powiedzieć wtedy, kiedy się ciebie pytałem, czy oglądamy to dalej, ale już teraz nie pamiętam o czym to miało być. Także cóż, chyba nie pozostaje mi nic innego jak zaprosić was na podsumowanie konferencji. Najbliższe pewnie będzie jutro, znaczy dzisiaj, ale później, tak gdzieś koło godziny, nie wiem, myślę 18-19 zobaczymy, nie obiecuję też wam na 100%, bo ja muszę to przygotować wszystko. I na pewno będziemy lecieć, myślę, po kolei konferencjami, ewentualnie zrobimy Square Enix, PC Gaming Show, myślę, i Bethesdę razem, ponieważ tam nie było dużo rzeczy, które nas interesują po prostu. Co do opinii o konferencji Sony, to moim zdaniem była do dupy. Szczególnie ze względów technicznych, gry mogą być,
czyli ja
nie
powiem
wszystkie.
inaczej, od strony technicznej kompletnie gówno wstyd, hatfu, Sony, poprawcie się. Gry super, The Last of Us super, Ghost of Tsushima zapowiada się super, a Spider-Man, moja gra roku, czekam z wielką niecierpliwością.
No dla mnie to tylko dla Life is Strange, no i trochę ten Spider-Man za to swinganie się po mieście, powiedzmy, to za to mogę mu dać plusa.
The Last of Us oczywiście.
No i The Last of Us, no The Last of Us to też było coś mocnego. To, że oni przygotowali... Wiesz co, jakoś tak mnie mocno nie interesuje mnie właśnie takie robienie rzeczy, jak oni to zrobili, w sensie, że do każdej gry jakby theme i tak dalej. Dużo bardziej mi się na przykład podobała konferencja Microsoftu, gdzie wiecie, wszystko było po prostu na zamkniętej sali, były jakieś efekty fajne, świetlne i tak dalej. Tak samo i Ubisoftu, oni coś zrobili w operze, ale to było naprawdę fajnie zrobione. Były atrakcje, było ciekawie, a tutaj, no nie wiem, no coś nie wyszło, czegoś mi brakowało na tej konferencji Sony, szczerze. Tak samo tytułami, no w tym roku niestety Sony się nie postarało moim zdaniem. Także co, tyle.
Żegnamy się, idziemy spać.
Także to by było na tyle z konferencji Z3 2018. Zapraszamy na podsumowania konferencji, zapraszamy na trailera Cyberpunka. Jeżeli będą się pojawiać jakieś nowe informacje z E3, bo targi się zaczynają dopiero jutro, to oczywiście być może zrobimy jeszcze jakieś streamy, przynajmniej ja wtedy sam już może, zobaczymy jak to wszystko wyjdzie. W każdym razie dziękujemy wszystkim, którzy z nami tutaj siedzieli do tej 4:30 rano. Dzisiaj tak wcześniej, wczoraj było dłużej, ale dzisiaj już jestem bardziej zmęczony, tak więc już dzisiaj dłużej nie będzie. Tak więc co, dziękujemy wszystkim jeszcze raz i do zobaczenia za rok na targach E3. Papatki.